What's up, YouTube? It's your boy, B-Boy Faction TV, and tonight I got my WWE Raw review and highlights. So if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys please watch the video before you connect with me the right way. Turn on post notifications to get notified when I premiere a brand new video, or go live, I go live on YouTube three days a week, Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday. Follow my social media, my Instagram, TikTok, and Twitch, and Discord and threads down below in the description. Now let's get started. Now, Monday Night Raw was a boring show, and that's all I gotta say. So we'll get the in-ring segment, the Judgment Day. Okay. It says Finn Balor, Rhea Ripley, Damian Priest are in the ring. Damian Priest welcomes the crowd to Raw. Ripley asks that they don't just run Raw, they run all of WWE. Finn Balor introduced everyone in the ring before throwing to a highlight package for Dominic Mysterio's NXT North American Championship win this past week. Rhea Ripley gives Dirty Dominic Mysterio a spirit introduction. Dominic Mysterio shatters out on the stage, carrying the NXT North American champion. The crowd basks Dominic Mysterio and boos. Dominic Mysterio introduced himself as the WWE Universe new fighting North American champion. Dominic Mysterio throws to a video package that hypes him up like he's the greatest wrestler to wrestle. The crowd responds with a "You suck" chant. The undisputed tag team champions Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn interrupted. Kevin Owens says he thinks we did this all last week. The Judgment Day stood in the ring, and Dominic Mysterio tried to talk, and no one wanted to listen. The thing that bugs Kevin Owens is when people don't learn. No one wants to listen to Dominic Mysterio speak ever. Okay, let me take a sip of my water. If Dominic Mysterio wants to help this business, the best thing Mysterio can do is shut up. Dominic Mysterio says he won't be disrespected as he's a champion now. He goes P standing up. Okay, he didn't say that, but still. Sami Zayn says if Dominic Mysterio wants respect, he should face him in the ring tonight. Dominic Mysterio says if Sami Zayn wants some, he can come get some. Sami Zayn says last week the Judgment Day made a big stink about the tag team not being on the line. If Mysterio is a fighting champion, he'll put his title on the line tonight. Dominic Mysterio doesn't seem interested. Rhea Ripley accepts the challenge for Dominic Mysterio. And here's my issue. So you mean to tell me that Sami Zayn could get an the North American Championship opportunity? But what about Wesley? Y'all did Wesley dirty, and Wesley was on SmackDown last week. Yeah, Wesley was just smiling. If I was Wesley, I would not be smiling. I would have confronted Dominic Mysterio and asked for my rematch. And that's facts. And that's all I gotta say from here. But Bush had a title match last week. And look what happened to Bush. He lost. Okay. Let's move on. So we get Becky Lynch versus Zoe Starks, accompanied by Trish Stratus. If Becky Lynch wins, she gets a match with Trish Stratus. If Becky Lynch loses, she has to get a tattoo that says "Thank you, Trish." This was a good match. Zoe Starks charged in and gets beat into the corner. Crossbody by Becky Lynch. Zoe Starks rolls out of the ring and confers with Trish Stratus. Zoe Starks tries to get in the ring, but Becky Lynch blows her with a roaring elbow. Becky Lynch tries a baseball slide. Zoe Starks avoids it. Becky Lynch lands a few strikes. The fight spills back into the ring. Zoe Starks lands a springboard dropkick. Becky Lynch kicks out at 2. Zoe Starks gets tripped into the corner. Basement clothesline by Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch sends Zoe Starks out to the apron. Zoe Starks yanks Becky Lynch down to the mat and hit a corkscrew slingshot senton. At, after the break, hold on. After the break, After the break, Becky Lynch sends Zoe Starks into the barricade. After sending Zoe Starks into the ring, Becky Lynch drops a leg off the top. Zoe Starks kicks out. Excuse me. While Zoe Starks distracts the referee, Trish Stratus headbutts Becky Lynch with her protective mask. Trish Stratus sends Becky Lynch back into the ring. Super kick by Zoe Starks. Zoe Starks tries a pin, but Becky Lynch kicks out. Becky Lynch reverses the Z360 into an exploder suplex. Becky Lynch runs into a boot. Zoe Starks goes up top. Becky Lynch cuts her off and hits up a superplex. Becky Lynch immediately rolls Zoe Starks into a cross armbar. Zoe Starks power bombs Becky Lynch to break the hold. Becky Lynch kicks out. Becky Lynch rolls out of the way to avoid a Phoenix splash. Zoe Starks lands on her feet. Becky Lynch traps Zoe Starks in a disarm her. Trish Stratus tries to distract the referee. Becky Lynch clocks Trish Stratus. Um, Zoe Starks dives off the top, only to be caught by Becky Lynch in a manhandle slam. Becky Lynch pins Zoe Starks. The winner of the match, Becky Lynch. This was a good match. Okay, let me take another sip of my water. That was a good match. In-ring segment, Cody Rhodes. Decent segment. Cody Rhodes asked Tampa Bay what they want to talk about. Cody Rhodes apologized to everyone watching at home because he is going to turn his back so he can see everyone here tonight. The crowd goes crazy. Um, we have we have all seen the clip of Brock Lesnar beating him with a chair in front of his mother. He didn't have that on his bucket list, he isn't surprised. He's impressed. Brock Lesnar is a savant. Cody Rhodes refers to Brock Lesnar as Mr. SummerSlam. Do you know who wasn't impressed? His mother. This is the same lady who saw Terry Funk throws fireball at his father's face. Brock Lesnar made a mistake. Okay, the mistake wasn't beating him up in front of his loved ones. The mistake is he left Cody Rhodes breathing. Now he doesn't want to go to SummerSlam to win the rubber match. He wants to go to SummerSlam to embarrass Brock Lesnar. Um, he knows there are people in the back, right? Now I'm saying he's poking the bear. Um, Cody Rhodes isn't poking the bear. He's slapping it. Excuse me, and telling him to come get it. He wants to beat Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam because that's what Brock Lesnar deserves. He's going to pen their final chapter at SummerSlam. He's going to end this. Okay, backstage. Ricochet says he's happy Logan Paul accepted his invitation to be here tonight. Everything he wants to say to Logan Paul, he's going to say it. He's going to say it in his face. Excuse me. Okay, so we get the NXT North American Championship match. Dominic Mysterio accompanied by Rhea Ripley and Damian Priest versus Sami Zayn accompanied by Kevin Owens. Now, this was a decent match right here. This was decent. After a, I'm sorry. Hold on, let me take a sip of my water before I continue. After a drop down / leap fall spot, Sami Zayn sends Mysterio flying with a hip toss. Sami Zayn sends Mysterio over the top with a clothesline. Before Dominic Mysterio can gather himself, Sami Zayn lands a dive over the top. Rhea Ripley and Damian Priest look on as Sami Zayn celebrates. After the break, Sami Zayn rains down punches in the corner. The crowd counts along. Sami Zayn goes up top. Rhea Ripley distracts the referee. Damian Priest pushes Sami Zayn off the top. Kevin Owens attacks Damian Priest. The referee sees it and ejects Kevin Owens from ringside. Rhea Ripley and Damian Priest wave goodbye to Kevin Owens. The referee sees them and ejects them from ringside as well. Dominic Mysterio is apathetic. Sami Zayn draws Mysterio with a Machoku driver. Mysterio kicks out. Sami Zayn turns Mysterio inside out with a lariat. Mysterio kicks out again. Sami Zayn goes back up top. Mysterio cuts him off. Excuse me. Mysterio sets up a superplex. Sami Zayn fights out of it and knocks Dominic Mysterio off the top rope. Sami Zayn dives off the top into a dropkick from Mysterio. Kick up by Sami Zayn. Mysterio continues his assault. Mysterio counters the Blue Thunder Bomb into a Hurricanrana. Sami Zayn ends up in the ropes. Excuse me. Sami Zayn ducks the 619 and hits a Blue Thunder Bomb. Dominic Mysterio kicks out. Dominic Mysterio lands a 619. Sami Zayn kicks out again. Sami Zayn fires up and he hits an exploder into the corner. Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley toss a knock. I'm sorry. Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley toss a knockout Kevin Owens out onto the stage. Sami Zayn gets distracted and Mysterio rolls him up for the win. The winner and still your NXT North American champion, Dominic Mysterio. And, that was a decent match. But here's one thing Here's one thing. So they just forgot about the WWE draft, right? So they just forget about it, right? That's what Showstopper TV pointed out in his stream. And that's all I gotta say. Shout out to Showstopper TV, man. He did a good job on this live stream, man. So every WWE superstar forgot about the draft, right? Yeah, let me continue. After the match, Sami Zayn and medical staff. After the match, Sami Zayn, excuse me. After the match, Sami Zayn, the medical staff, and Adam Pearce checked on Kevin Owens. After the break, Kevin Owens is in the trainer's room. Kevin Owens thinks his ribs are broken. That was, excuse me, that was god awful by Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens was not selling that injury. That part right there was god awful by Kevin Owens. Backstage, Ricochet asks Shinsuke Nakamura if he sees Logan Paul. Nakamura says no. Tommaso Ciampa walks in and tells Nakamura that he lost last week was on him. So he's going to write off Nakamura's kick last week, as they are both even now. Ciampa is on his way to settle things with Bronson Reed. He doesn't expect to see Nakamura out there. Ciampa knows that if he does, that means he and Nakamura have a problem. Excuse me. Nakamura doesn't say a word. Ciampa says good talk and walks away. Backstage, Apollo Crews gets into it with Dominic Mysterio. Damian Priest steps in the way. Apollo Crews says the Judgment Day are bullies, and he'd love to see them try it with him. Damian Priest says the challenge accepted. Okay, let me take another sip of my water. All right, so we get Tommaso Ciampa versus Bronson Reed, and this was a solid match right here. It says Ciampa tossed his jacket at Bronson Reed. The bell rings and Bronson Reed charges in. Ciampa lands a few strikes. Bronson Reed closes Ciampa. Reed tries a suplex. Ciampa escapes. Bronson Reed tosses Ciampa out of the ring. Ciampa and Bronson Reed trade strikes on the apron. Ciampa tries to lift Bronson Reed to Novo. Bronson Reed sends Ciampa back into the ring. Ciampa boots Bronson Reed in the face as he pokes his head between the ropes. Ciampa lands a running knee in the corner. Excuse me. Bronson Reed pops to his feet as Ciampa hits the ropes and hits the Oklahoma Stampede. Ciampa kicks out. Bronson Reed works over Ciampa. Ciampa counters another suplex and traps Bronson Reed in a choke. Bronson Reed starts to fade, but falling backwards, crushing. Ciampa Bronson Reed runs over Ciampa with a body block. Leaping elbow drop by Bronson Reed. Ciampa rolls out of the ring. Bronson Reed leaps off the apron for a shoulder block. Ciampa meets him in the midair with a leaping knee strike. After the break, Cyclone Slam by Bronson Reed. Ciampa kicks out. Ciampa dives off the top but gets caught by Bronson Reed. Bronson Reed tries another Oklahoma Stampede. Ciampa reverses it into a Scorpion Death Drop. Bronson Reed and Ciampa trade strikes. Modified Famouser by Ciampa. Bronson Reed kicks out. Ciampa sets up the fairy tale ending. Bronson Reed suffers it. Sunset flip by Ciampa. Bronson Reed suffers it and sits on Ciampa's chest. Bronson Reed tries to drag Ciampa into the corner, but Ciampa puts on the brakes. Senton by Bronson Reed. Ciampa fires up again. Ciampa pulls down his knee pad and gets slammed. Excuse me. Bronson Reed hits the ropes and eats a knee from Ciampa. Ciampa deadlifts Bronson Reed into an air raid crush. Bronson Reed kicks out. Shinsuke Nakamura walks down to the ring. Ciampa rolls out of the ring to confront Nakamura. Nakamura tells Ciampa to go handle his business. Excuse me. Ciampa turns around and Bronson Reed surprises him with a diving shoulder block off the apron. Sorry about that. I take another sip of my water. Bronson Reed sends Ciampa back into the ring and hits the tsunami for the win. The winner of the match, Bronson Reed. That was a solid match. Okay, so we get the WWE Women's World Champion Rhea Ripley versus Liv Morgan. This match has never happened. As Liv Morgan approaches the ring, Rhea Ripley attacks her from behind. Excuse me. Rhea Ripley slams Morgan's shoulder into the barricade. Liv Morgan stumbles into the ring. Rhea Ripley grabs a chair and follows. Rhea Ripley headbutts Liv Morgan. Liv Morgan drops like a sack of bricks. Rhea Ripley wraps the chair around Liv Morgan's shoulder and stomps on it. Liv Morgan screams as Rhea Ripley smiles. Excuse me. Rhea Ripley yells that she warned Liv Morgan. Rhea Ripley tells Liv Morgan to have fun at rehab. The referee and a member of the medical staff check on Liv Morgan. Rhea Ripley chases them off and puts the chair on Liv Morgan's shoulder again. Rhea Ripley stomps the chair one more time. Liv Morgan is writhing in pain as Rhea Ripley walks away, chirping at Liv Morgan. No contest. But excuse me. One thing I like about that, Liv Morgan know how to sell that injury. Liv Morgan sold that injury very well. She was crying and all that, but I like how Liv Morgan was crying and she sold that injury. So Liv Morgan's gonna be out for a month. So that's all I gotta say. But it says no contest. Okay. Backstage, Liv Morgan tells the trainer she can't move her arm. Oh man. But anyway. Backstage, Maxine Dupree challenged Valhalla to face her next week in her first singles match ever. Oh man. this feud ain't gonna never end between. Yeah, this feud is not going. It's not going to end between um the Viking Raiders and Alpha Academy. I hope this ends. I hope this feud ends. Hold on, let me take another sip of my water before I continue. Okay, in-ring segment. Ricochet. Ricochet demands Logan Paul to come to the ring now. Logan Paul doesn't show up. Ricochet puts over Logan Paul and himself. Ricochet says no one respects Logan Paul. Logan Paul because he's a prick. He's officially challenged Logan Paul to a match at SummerSlam. Like we all know that. We been knew that. Logan Paul attacks Ricochet from behind. Logan Paul pulls out his cell phone and live streams himself, accepting Ricochet's challenge. Ricochet kips up and super kicks Logan Paul. Standing shooting star press by Ricochet. And Ricochet walks away. Excuse me. Backstage, Shayna Baszler says she is tired of her name being attached to Ronda Rousey. A match with Ronda Rousey wouldn't be good enough. Excuse me. At SummerSlam, she's going to fight Ronda Rousey. Okay. Backstage, Logan Paul says what Ricochet did was unprofessional. He's going to come to Raw next week, and he's going to pop Ricochet's head. That was god awful by Logan Paul. God awful. Excuse me. Okay, so we get Damian Priest versus Apollo Crews. This match will squash. Damian Priest kicks Apollo Crews in the face as soon as the bell rings. The fight spills out of the ring. Apollo Crews catches Damian Priest with a moonsault off the apron. Excuse me. Apollo Crews sends Damian Priest back into the ring. Crossbody off the top by Apollo Crews. Excuse me. Damian Priest kicks out. Damian Priest bites Apollo Crews' ears. Apollo Crews falls into the corner, staged out by Damian Priest. Damian Priest hits the broken arrow. Apollo Crews kicks out. Damian Priest calls for a chokeslam. Apollo Crews backflips to escape. Apollo Crews lands a Fury of offense. Damian Priest lands a modified Pepsi twist. Damian Priest hits South of Heaven for the win. The winner of the match, Damian Priest. This was a squash match. Excuse me. Backstage, Becky Lynch says she had. I'm sorry. Backstage, Becky Lynch says she said her issue with Trish Stratus isn't over until she wins. Okay. Backstage, Valhalla accepts Maxine Dupree's challenge. Okay. So we get the in-ring segment, the Imperium. This was a good segment. In my opinion, this was a good segment. Okay. Excuse me. Drew McIntyre immediately comes to the ring. Excuse me. McIntyre says Gunther issued a challenge and he is here. So he wants a title shot right now. Gunther says Gunther says he's not defending his title in front of the degenerates in Tampa Bay. I had to take another sip of my water. Gunther quits that McIntyre fell at Clash at the Castle. He embarrassed McIntyre at WrestleMania. Gunther accepts McIntyre's challenge, but they will fight at SummerSlam. That's gonna be a good match at SummerSlam. McIntyre says Gunther is going to find out why they call him the Chosen One. McIntyre says they will call him the new Intercontinental Champion at SummerSlam. Ludwig Caster interrupts and says he won't sit here and let Drew McIntyre disrespect Imperium. McIntyre challenged Caster to a match tonight. And then we get Drew McIntyre versus Ludwig Caster, accompanied by Gunther and Giovanni Vinci. This was a quick match. Okay. Drew McIntyre works over Caster after a distraction from Gunther. Caster takes control. After the break, Caster is up top. Drew McIntyre cuts him off and hits an avalanche air raid crush. Drew McIntyre lands a Fury of offense. Louis Caster counters the Future Shot DDT. McIntyre drops Louis Caster with a Glasgow kiss. Drew McIntyre tries a Claymore. Louis Caster counters with a flying kick. Drew McIntyre kicks out. Caster hits the ropes and runs right into a Claymore from Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre pins Louis Caster. Excuse me. The winner of the match, Drew McIntyre. This was a quick match. Okay, after the match, Giovanni Vinci distracts McIntyre. Gunther hits the ring and Germany suplexes McIntyre. Vinci and Gunther beat down McIntyre. Riddle runs down the ring, to the ring, and tries to make the save. Gunther power boots Riddle head off his shoulders. Gunther tries to powerbomb Riddle through the commentary desk. McIntyre reverses it and powerbombs Gunther through the desk. Okay. So we get backstage. Ronda Rousey accepts Shayna Baszler's challenge. Then we get the contract signing. Okay. This was pretty good. Pretty good segment. Finn Balor is out first. Excuse me. Finn Balor is out first. Finn Balor is first out. Finn Balor knows Adam Pearce was supposed to oversee this contract signing. Adam Pearce has his hands full backstage because of all the chaos the Judgment Day has caused tonight. The crowd sings Seth Rollins' theme over Finn Balor's promo. Can we all agree that Seth Rollins' theme song is so annoying? And I want the old Seth Rollins theme song back. That's all I gotta say. But let me continue. Finn Balor knows that they are both gentlemen and can handle this without Adam Pearce. Seth freaking Rollins joins Finn Balor in the ring. Seth Rollins immediately signs the contract. Seth Rollins takes a seat. Finn Balor stares at Seth Rollins instead of signing the contract. Seth Rollins says Finn Balor figures out what we all knew from day one. Finn Balor has no chance of beating him for the WWE Heavyweight Champion. Miracles happen if Finn Balor somehow managed to win. Finn Balor's world title reigning will end faster than his Universal Championship reign. I'm dead. Excuse me. Damian Priest is going to cash in on. Damian Priest is going to cash in on Finn Balor. SummerSlam, he will not be the culmination of the Judgment Day. It will be the end. Finn Balor laughs as he signs the contract. Seth Rollins Seth Rollins has it all wrong. Finn Balor says he has been driven insane for the last 7 years because of Seth Rollins. Excuse me. The rest of the Judgment Day surround the ring. It's been like a 7-year at SummerSlam. Finn Balor promised to make Seth Rollins his 7 years. You know what? And okay, there's more. Seth Rollins attacks. The rest of the Judgment Day swarms. Damian Priest hits Seth Rollins with the Money in the Bank briefcase. Damian Priest stares at the case. Finn Balor stands next to Damian Priest. Sami Zayn runs down to the ring with a chair. Excuse me. Sami Zayn lands. Sorry about that. Sami Zayn lands a few good shots before Ripley snatches the chair away. The Judgment Day beats down Sami Zayn. Seth Rollins squares up and tries to take on everyone. Seth Rollins is quickly taken down. Damian Priest drops Seth Rollins with the Razor's Edge. Dominic Mysterio falls splashes Seth Rollins. Finn Balor finishes Seth Rollins with the double stomp off the top. and WWE and WWE Raw goes off the air. Okay, like I stated earlier, um, Monday Night Raw was a boring show, and that's all I gotta say. So I give Monday Night Raw a 3 out of 10. But that would have been funny if Sami Zayn would have hit Rhea Ripley with that chair. That part would have been funny, but it didn't happen. But Monday Night Raw was a boring show, and I give it a 3 out of 10. Um, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys please full watch the video and leave a like and comment about this video. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys please turn on post notifications to get notified when I premiere a brand new video or go live 3 days a week on YouTube. Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday. Excuse me. Follow my social media, my Instagram, TikTok, and Twitch. Yeah, and follow my Instagram, TikTok, and Twitch, and Discord and threads down below in the description. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for my WWE NXT review on highlights. This your boy Faction TV. Have a great night. Stay safe and always stay positive. KFG Crew, KFG Kings, KFG Club, Too Sweet. I'm out of here. Gang.